Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Baji, today is date is 7 January 2026. So today I am going to read the subject chemistry, chapter number 2, physical and chemical changes. Introduction. Changes. Classification of changes. Various changes occur in our everyday life at all times, in all places. Change it the law of nature. Different types of changes that may be observed are desirable changes produce good results, while undesirable changes are unfavorable. Periodic changes occur at regular intervals compared to non-periodic irregular changes. Slow changes take months of years to complete, while fast changes within seconds. Natural changes are about by nature, while man-made changes by man. Irreversible changes such as conversion of a seed to a plant, or reversible changes such as change of state of matter from solid to liquid and back to solid, are also common. Physical changes are temporary and reversible, while chemical changes are permanent and irreversible. Second, conditions for the changes. When matter is supplied with energy, or when energy is removed from matter, matter undergoes certain changes. Example, chemical reaction about by supplying heat energy. Evaporation of water from the sea is due to heat energy from the sun. Third, properties associated with changes. Every substance possesses certain characteristics called properties. Properties associated with physical changes: color, odor, solubility, boiling point, etc. Properties associated with chemical changes. Chemical reaction. Example, reaction with acid. Classifications of changes with experiment. Desirable change. Change brought about a nature or man which produce useful or good result. Example, rain bring water to the crops. Other example, change of milk to curd, depending of fruit seeds into a plant. Undesirable changes. Change brought about by nature or man which produce unless or a bad result. Example, rain caused destruction by floods. Other examples, milk turning sour on a hot day, rotting of fruits, cutting of trees. Second, periodic changes. Changes which occur periodically, occur repeatedly at regular intervals. Example, change of seasons, summer, winter. Other example, occurrence of day and night, movement of clock pendulum. Non-periodic changes. Changes which do not occur periodically, do not repeat at regular intervals of time. Example, change of weather, rainy, chilly. Other examples, growth of a plant, cyclones, earthquakes, rusting of iron, thunder, and lightning. Slow changes. Changes which occur very slowly over days, months, or years. Example, growth of trees from a seed, a few years. Other examples, tooth decay, changes of seasons, rusting of iron, growth of man. Fast changes. Changes which occur very repeatedly in seconds or minutes. Occurs of lightning a few seconds. Other example: burning of paper or mat, lightning of lighting a bulb, bursting of fireworks. Natural changes brought about by nature. Growth in man. Example: growth in man and plants, changes in seasons brought about by nature. Man-made changes brought about by man. Burning of fuels and chemical reaction. Convention of iron and steel. Reversible changes which are temporary and be reversed by change in conditions. Example: melting of ice and freezing of water. Ice on melting, water on freezing ice. Original substance recovered back. Other examples: melting of wax, cooling on wax solidifies, dry off a cloth, magnetizing a piece of iron. Irreversible, irreversible, irreversible changes which are permanent and cannot be reversed by change in condition. Example: burning of paper, original substance not recovered between recovered back. Uh, Other examples: burning of a candle, projects not convertible, curd of milk, curd does not form back milk, rusting of iron, rust cannot change into iron. Sixth point: physical change which are temporary and reversible. No new substance is formed. Composition and properties of the original substance are not altered. Example: magnetizing of iron, boiling of milk, heating a platinum wire, expansion of a substance on heat, dissolving sugar in water, drying of a fruit, ring of a bell. Chemical changes which are permanent and irreversible. A new substance is formed, composition and properties of the original substance are highlighted. Example: rusting of iron, curdling of milk, burning of a paper, respiration, adding acid to a substance, ripening of fruits, bursting of firecrackers. Physical and chemical changes comparison. Physical changes. A physical change is a temporary change in which no new substance is formed. The substance may change in shape, size, physical state, and appearance, but not in its chemical composition. A nature of change: temporary and reversible change. A reversible change on freezing or melting water to ice. Formation of products. New product substance of form: water H2O, ice H2O, no new problem formed. Energy change. Not accompanied by a marked evolution or absorption of heat. Water, ice, no energy change. C. Chemical changes. A chemical changes is a permanent change in which a new substance is formed. The new substance shows composition and properties which are completely different from those of the original substance. Nature of change: permanent and irreversible change. Lead dioxide, heat, lead monoxide plus oxygen. Irreversible change. Formation of product: new substances are formed. Lead dioxide, heat, lead monoxide plus oxygen. New substances are formed. Energy change. Accompanied by a marked evolution of absorption of a heat are sometimes emission of light. Heat, magnesium via light energy involved. Physical and comparison of Physical and chemical changes, comparison of examples. Physical changes, melting of wax, wax on melting, molten wax, temporary and reversible change on melting, wax absorb heat energy. On cooling, molten wax absorb heat energy and forms the original substance, i.e. wax. No new substance are formed. Original substance wax, final product wax. Addition of salt to water. Salt, sodium chloride, temporary and irreversible change. On dissolving, the salt dissolves in water, it forms a salt solution. On evaporation of the salt solution, the original salt remains behind, hence reversible change. No new substance are formed. Original substance salt, final substance salt. Chemical changes. Burning of a candle. Carbon dioxide, water vapor, candle. Permanent and irreversible change. On burning, wax candle decomposes. On combination, the products formed remain unchanged and cannot combine back to give wax. New substances are formed. Original substance, burning candle, final product carbon dioxide and water vapor. Making of curd from milk. Permanent and reversible change. On keeping aside, the milk is a dish for a few hours from curd forms curd. On keeping aside longer, the curd does not change back to milk, hence irreversible change. New substances are formed. Original substance, milk, final product, curd. Physical change examples. Change of state of matter. The change of state of matter, interconversion of matter involves matter changing from one state to another and back to its original state by change in temperature or pressure. It hence a physical change. Water exists in three states: solid, liquid, and gases. Interconversion of each state is physical change brought about by change in temperature. Melting of ice and freezing of water, vaporization of water, and condensation of water vapor. Both are physical changes since the change in temporary it is a reversible change. Heating of ice turns into water, cooling of ice turns into back ice. No new products are formed since ice and water are chemically H2O. Properties of the original substance are not altered. Both changes are physical changes since the changes is temporary. It is a reversible change. Heat of water turns into water vapor. Cooling of water turns it back to water. No new products are formed since water and water vapor are chemically properties of original substance are not altered. Sublimation. It is the conversion of a solid directly into gaseous vapor state on cooling directly back to solid state without changing into liquid state. Example, naphthalene, iodine. It involves the change of state and hence it is the physical change. Aluminium chloride, ammonium chloride sublimes on heating and dissociates into with ammonium and hydrochloride which recombine on cooling to give back an H4Cl which recombine dissociation of ammonium chloride. It involves new product formed and hence it is a chemical change and sublimation of ammonium chloride involves both a physical and chemical change. Chemical changes example of chemical changes. First, burning of coal. Coal on burning is air involves carbon dioxide and the residence is air. The change is a chemical change. Since the change is permanent, carbon dioxide and ash are formed, hence new products are formed. Coal cannot be obtained back by cooling the products, hence the changes is irreversible. Burning of coal. Second, heating sugar. Crystal of sugars are taken into dry test tube and heated. The crystals melt to leave behind a black mass of carbon and droplets of water, and seen the change in chemical change. Since carbon and water are formed, hence new products are formed. Sugar cannot be obtained back by reacting the products, hence the change is irreversible. Photosynthesis, it is a natural process by which green plants manufacture food in the presence of sunlight, carbon dioxide, and water. Sunlight by chlorophyll, glucose plus oxygen. The change is a chemical change. Since glucose and oxygen are formed, hence new products are formed. Carbon dioxide and water cannot be obtained back from glucose, hence the changes is irreversible. Sunlight, photosynthesis in plants, involvement of energy in physical and chemical changes. Physical change used to change the state of matter. Chemical change release or absorb energy. When changing a substance into a substance, energy is released during a decomposition of a substance, with energy is absorbed during formation of a new substance. Thank you.